Ladies and gentlemen, on today's episode of Shag Shop, we will be talking about
Hey Mom, look, the boys are back in town.
So in today's video, we're going to be working on this a little bit. I just put this in. For some reason, I'm not getting power up front. But what we are also going to fix are these beautiful, beautiful LEDs. They're nice, but these are scratched up, they're faded, they're busted out. And I bought the same exact, well, jeez, it's strong. But anyways, we're gonna replace these. They're just busted up. Got the new ones on the porch over there. So we're gonna go ahead and unwrap it and put some stuff together. Alrighty, so we're going from those, hey dog, to these. These are pretty much the same thing, just brand new. Now, these are super easy. All you do is just pull it out, make the connection, ground it out. That's it. You done. So super easy, super convenient to do. All you need to do, grab you a Phillips like 3 or 10mm, unratchet it, and I will pop it open for you and show you what we're getting into. So we got the light out. Like I said, 2 bolts. Push it over. Got a little nick there. Then you're gonna have to take the middle trim piece out. Pop it loose. Come back in here. You see the 10mm bolt, that's gonna need to come out. That plug comes out, and these just plug in, 10mm there, and they already come with rubber grommets on it. Super nice, super convenient. So I'm gonna actually just go ahead and get this one installed and show you what it looks like on the inside, where that routing goes, and what it looks like. All nice and neat and new. Already 10 times better. Golly, those things look mint. So in there, plug, put the nut back in. There's a dog. So we're gonna do the same thing to this side. And if you're still watching the video, we're gonna be replacing these. We're gonna be replacing the headlights and hopefully doing something in the cargo hold here-esque area. We'll see. Obviously, y'all can see I haven't been camping in a while. I have been working like crazy. Pack out, tool bag, screw guns, all sorts of stuff. That's why we haven't posted in 6 months, because I have been so busy. So I'm gonna put you on the tripod, take this one out, and explain what I've been doing and what we're going to be doing. Alrighty, so you're gonna kind of see me jumping around a little bit, but we're gonna get the updates. And I probably won't be facing the camera a lot, sorry. But y'all see me, I'm alive, I'm doing well. So basically, what I have been doing has been a lot of work. I've been back to working as a park ranger now. Love it. Don't want to do anything else as of right now. But I am very deep in home renovations, and it's great, but it's keeping me very, very busy. So nothing has been touched on the truck. I have just been driving and working, and that is it. It's been fun, but at the same time, it's like, man, I need to do some upgrades. So we have a lot of parts coming in very soon, which is good news to our viewers. Some things I've done in the past that I experienced but never shared with y'all because I didn't have a YouTube channel. And one of those would be a prime example of suspension work. Cat's out of the bag. I got a brand new suspension kit for this truck. Now, why did I do that? You'll find out. I gotta have y'all coming back. I ordered it a couple weeks back. Should be here pretty soon. But I hope to be doing that in the near future on this truck. That way I can show y'all the ins and outs of the 4runner suspension, which I have had plenty of experiencing and working on, which is great, especially for the content because, like I said, I've done it before, but I've never gotten to show y'all. And y'all have never got to experience it with me. The dogs are just playing in the yard. So I went with a Bilstein lift, somewhat like what I had on my old 4Runner Athena. And trying to make this more drivable. It's drivable. Safely drivable. There we go. That's the word. Yes, it is safely drivable right now. Not 110%. Probably get 75%. 65. And I have been wanting to do this for a long time, especially since I wrecked my 4Runner and sold pretty much all the parts off of it. The dogs have the zoomies. Zoom! Ever since I sold my other 4Runner, sold all the parts off of it. Gracious, they're just going. And I want to do it again. And I have to do it again, especially on this truck. Stay tuned, you will find out. But something I've always enjoyed. Unfortunately, I'll be doing it in the driveway. Shaggy is still working on a shop. He's doing a lot better. He had some health problems. Shop burnt down. You know, all the terrible stuff. But we got past it, and here we are. Driveway mechanics once again. So as for this 3rd gen, it is going to be the work truck for now. And like I said, what you do, give this a little pull over, give this a little pop. Sometimes it can be a little aggravating to get out. But like I said, give it a little pop over and it'll slide right out for you. And like I was saying, this truck's main goal has been just drive. And that's exactly what it's done for me ever since we traded the mini truck for this. And that was a flat trade. Great trade. Needed a lot of parts. I rebuilt the whole front end of it. Y'all have seen that. Put a link in there. And trying to get it back up and running to where it needs to be. Thankfully, this truck has 250,000 miles, but it's a Toyota. It won't ever die. It needs a fresh tune-up pretty soon, which is something I have kept in mind for the near future. And you know, just all your typical stuff, spark plugs, redo the oil, change the oil, air filters, valve cover gaskets, because the valve cover gaskets are pretty leaky in this truck. You know, typical 4-3 things. 3-4 things. There we go. So that is what I have planned for this truck. Now moving on, we have the Blazer, which is my wife's Blazer. As of right now, we are getting an idle air control piece put on it to get it running better, back in shape. It's gonna need a battery, but it needs a paint job. And I've been wanting to put my hands back on a paint gun ever since I painted the pickup and learn, get a little better at it. So that's what I have planned just for Taylor's Blazer. Get it running good, get it leaking less oil, and get it painted. And there you go. Second one's out. Super simple to do. And these are just Amazon taillights. I like the looks of them. All LEDs. Pretty conventional. I never did LEDs in my Athena just because I smoked the taillights on it and I honestly really like that look to it. But I like the looks for these, especially on the black. You know what? This is gonna look real good. So I stuck with them. I believe they were about $120 with the shipping and all. So put the little rubber grommet in. rubber garment wants to fight. Good gracious. And it puts up a good fight. That's probably the hardest part, is getting the little rubber garment in there. But once it's in there, tuck all your wires in, clean out all your leaves and junk, tuck it in place. Line everything up, push the sides in, now screw it back in. Super easy to do, super easy to do. So, moving on from the Blazer, we also have the first gen. The first gen has been sitting in my garage with the 4.7 motor in it from a Tundra / Sequoia. And I just don't know what I want to do with it yet. Well, I do know what I want to do with it. I want to get it running, get it painted, get it interior rebuilt. But I just haven't had the time to mess with that either. I guess I'm gonna move this so y'all can see me a little bit better. And that way I can see this a little bit better. So, really want to get the paint. I mean, it's a project. That one has been the biggest project that I've probably ever taken on. And for obvious reasons, it'll take me a lot longer to finish up, just because I want to put some love and care and tenderness into it. There we go. Yeah, those line up a whole lot better. So that is in there. That's still in the garage. Still needs a lot of love to it. Last y'all saw it, I put the motor in it and then put the transmission into it. But in all honesty, haven't made any progress past that point. Motor is in it, transmission's under it, but still not married together. I'm having some issues with the motor mounts. They just don't. They sit up about, the motor sits up about 3 inches too high over it, and the transmission doesn't clear the tunnel where it sits. That's the biggest issue I have on that project, at least. And y'all have seen the big white truck that I got, the Chevy, out in the yard. Had a lot of issues with that, just paperwork wise. Finally got all the paperwork taken care of, and hopefully getting it registered this week. And that's just going to become a work truck. So that way this one can be my daily driver, nice and safe daily driver. I don't have anything too crazy with that one, and it's just going to be a work truck. Needs some new seats, maybe an automatic transmission. I don't know. We're going to find out together though. The third gear in it, it's a manual transmission right now, and the third gear is just very difficult to get in. You got to be at very low RPMs, which kind of makes it hard to tow things, which is the plan with these trucks, or that truck specifically, is to tow things around and use it as a work truck. And I put the wrong bolt in here, so we're going to take this one out. This one is actually a ground bolt to the inside. Tanner is working on his Tacoma. He's converting that over to his work vehicle. He's been working a lot with me and figuring out what he wants to do next, and truck wise, project wise, all that, you know, all that fun stuff. And Robert's getting married. So, of course, if y'all are married or getting married, you know it's a tedious process. It takes a lot of planning. So, he has been devoting a lot of time there and at work, because we all work Hold on. Oh, gracious. We all work anywhere from 40 hours a week raw to 60, 70, 80 hours a week with our side hustles. We stay very busy. And that being said, we enjoy what we do with our cars. That's why we won't stop with the YouTube channel, but we did have to go on a hiatus for just a little bit. Do not worry though, he still has great plans for his Jeep build that we have talked about. It's just pushed back a little bit more. But don't you worry. Those plans are going to be well worth the wait. Well worth the wait. So in there, way back in here, you're going to have 2 grounds that need to be grounded out. So when you take it apart, make sure you get the other one in there with it. And then tighten it all up. So once I get it in there and tightened, there it is. Found it. We're in the right hole. Don't you all worry. I'm going to crank it up so that way we can see what these actually look like. Brand new right out of the box. Got delivered at like, I think 1:30 today. Like these are brand new right out of the box. So I'm very excited because I know the left one has not worked since I bought the truck. The right one works, turn signal wise, brake wise. The main reason I bought these was because I have no turn signals on the front, and the right rear was the only one that worked. The left did not work at all because it was all cracked and messed up. With cranker. Hey, look at that now. Hey, that's pretty nice. Oh yeah, people definitely going to be able to see where I'm going now. And reverse lights. Oh yeah. Very nice. Alright, with that taken care of, I'm going to pop this trim piece on. And we are going to move to the headlights and the front bumper lights that I just put on that don't have power for some reason. Let's hop to it. So we're back working on some lights. Now, if y'all are pro at lights, you know that this is for a 2003rd gen, whatever, 4Runner headlight. Now, the reason I'm replacing these is because this one is already missing that piece, and they just look dirty and grungy, and the side marker lights don't work, and there's pieces missing off of the side markers. So, oh my gosh, there was a big old wasp. Did y'all see that? Oh, I have to get you later. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these out and get them replaced. We're also gonna try to diagnose what's wrong with our bottom lights. These are gonna be super simple. It should be just the clips for the grill and like 1, 2, 3 screws. Pretty simple. And then once you get it all undone, then comes the challenging part, because then you have to adjust. And usually your adjustments are going to be on the back. Yep, right in there and in here. So we might have to do some adjusting. Not sure. We're going to find out. Yeah, those are just plastic. So these are usually your OEM ones are glass. I don't know if these are OEM or not. I'm going to say no. Actually, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Usually you can look for on the bottom. Yep, right there. Toyota. Well, this one's OEM. This one, I believe, is aftermarket. But nonetheless, We still got to get them changed out. And then also we have a little something coming for right here because these are actually both broken. No, that one. Yeah, that one's both broken. They're both broken. We're also going to switch out the grill because I have Athena's old grill and I like it so much more than that. Let's start tearing this whole thing apart. Alrighty, well my phone overheated, but we got everything off. I did snap one bolt here, and this side I'm assuming it's had damage in the past because everything over here is like super weird, and I believe it's starting to rust through right there. This side, perfectly fine. So we actually have these brand new headlights that I just installed. We're gonna look at the new versus the old. Obviously you can tell a significant difference, and especially in the corner lights as well. These old corner lights I actually had to cut because the OEM fittings in these like Amazon ones are a little tight. And then of course we're going with LED bulbs because upgrades, people, upgrades. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, those are just gonna throw y'all back on a time lapse. Super easy. I mean, 4 volts, 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. Get the new grill in. We're gonna leave off the filler panels because I got something coming, and I'm gonna show you all the filler panels. We're also, since I have this all taken apart, I'm gonna look into some grounding issues. I got it's a little loose right there, but I don't know why I'm still having an issue with that. So if we give it power, oh, yep, it's a grounding issue. Because if I wiggle it, yep, I lose it. All right, well, that's good to know. That is very good to know because I thought my wiring was messed up. But I will tighten that bolt down for ground. Filler panels are going. We're going to go ahead and put everything back together. Alrighty, and there we have it. I'll put it back together. Like I said, we're still waiting on some filler panel specialties.
I'm standing on the old one.
Do you identify as a V8? Because you look good hanging up there. Alright, so like I said, we're getting some new filler panels, which will be in later on, and figure out my grounding issue. Man!
Looks good.
Just a slight bend in the radiator. So we're gonna get the zip tied on, and then everything is running like it should.
For now.
Fuck. So we're back.
Oh,
Baby got back. These are from Good Mayhem Racing that I just saw on Facebook that looks similar to the design that I had on Athena, but I like these. He's got 3D prints and puts the LED strip for you in there, and I believe he's working on a sequential now. But I didn't need anything that fancy because I'm not that fancy.
what you're saying is you have a race car.
Yes, let's get them in so we can get 5,000 horsepower. And just like that, we have them installed. They look so good.
It's hot.
It's hot as hell. Don't worry, we got some Colorado Kool-Aid to keep us cooled down. But I love it. It does leave a little bit of space. And these are just like testers. This is the very first group buy that this guy did.
Alex the truck.
So we're gonna be doing I'm already in touch with him, so I'll be doing let him know kind of, hey, This is what I'd suggest. Maybe like a little lip right there or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's get these suckers wired up.
Oh, yes. My payment.
I got that on video too. So, we have finished up some wiring. And Tanner is going to give us a, driver and passenger. I love the looks of these. Obviously, you would have to color match them if,
I hit the hazard.
Oh, yeah, my hazard button broke, so that sucks. But it's okay. I love these. I love the look at them. I'm going to keep them black. And, I mean, pretty simple. It's just 3D printed material. If you had like a tan or a white or whatever, silver 4Runner, I would definitely color match. But definitely be on the lookout. Good Mayhem Racing. Good product, I'd say. Well, we'll see how long they stay in there when we go wheeling next time.
Thanks.
Y'all come back and check us out next week on Shack Shop.
Bye.